Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous lecture, I have shown you how to design this new admission form. Okay, so let me show you what I have shown you in the last lecture. In last lecture, I have shown you how to design this, each label and how to add this and how this pop-up is coming when I click on this new admission. Okay, so you have not watched my previous videos, then just go to the description or go to my playlist and search for college management system in C Sharp. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to how to insert the data from each of these text boxes to the database, and when I click on the submit button, and how to reset so that all the text fields will be clear when I click on this reset, and how to show the ID uh, when this form loads. So okay, let me show you what I am trying to say. Just close this, and this is actually a complete project. So let me just show you. Okay, my username and password is student. When I click on this, new admission, here you can see this 9 is coming on the screen. So how this is coming, I will show you. Okay, first I will show you how to work with this submit button, after that how to work with this reset, and at the last I will show you how this number is coming from the database. Okay, so just close this and let's move to the project which we are designing. So here you can see this. First thing we have to do is that we have to change the name of these all text boxes and labels. So just right click on this, go to properties, and let me just make it large first so that I can easily find the stuff. And the name, here you can see this, the design name, not the text name. So change this design name, uh, keep the name which you can easily recognize with that name. So like I'm just setting that txt full name. So whenever I see this txt full name, I'm going to recognize that this text box is for full name. Okay. In the same way for the mother name, I'm going to set txt mother name, and for these radio button, I'm going to set this radio button male, and in this one I'm going to set this radio button female. For this is a combo box, sorry, date time picker. So date time picker, just change this to DOP, and this mobile number, just change this to txt mobile. In this email ID, just change this to txt email, and this is a combo box, but I'm just setting this to txt semester. And for this one, txt programming. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload the next video, you get the notification. And for the school name, just txt school name. And after that, for the duration, you have to set txt duration. And at the last, you have to set this txt address. It's ADDRES. Okay, and hit enter. And change this button names to. So I want to set this button btn save. And for this one, I want to change this to btn reset. And before going to code on this submit button, first what we need to do is we need to create a database and we need to create a table for these data needs to be inserted on that. So let me just open this. Here, when you open this, I'm using this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio 2012, and in this, when you log in and connect, by default this is set to the master. You have to first execute this create database college, and when you click on this execute, the code will be executed and the database will be created. And when you click on this small dot, here you can see this, now college is here, and after selecting this you have to just execute this. So just pause the video and just write step by step, line by line, or I'm going to just put these line of code into the description. Just go and check out into the description. Okay, so I'm just supposing that you have just executed this query exactly same, you have written exactly same. Let me just show you. This is actually the NID, that is primary key. Here you can see this. I have set this primary key. And what is this identity 11? It's showing that it will be auto implemented. So you don't have to insert this into the database. Okay. So this is app name Bearcat 250. Here you can see this DOB is also Bearcat. Mobile is big int. Okay. If I declare it int, suppose like this, if you declare mobile as int, then it will cause a problem because mobile number is of 10 digit, but int variable cannot store 10 digit value. So we have to use big int. So make this a special care about this. Okay, so now I am moving this to the coding part. So here we have, now we have to code into this submit button. When I click on this submit button, I want that all the data from these text boxes, combo boxes, date time picker, and this radio button needs to be inserted into the database. Okay, so just double click on this to generate a click event. Here you can see this button say click event is generated, and here we have to just take variables, and on that variable you have to store the data from the each text box. So first thing is what, here you can see this, in the first thing we have full name. So I'm just going to take the variable name, and in this name I want the text from which full name. Okay, so dot text. Okay, what is going on here is from the this text box full name is the design name of this text box. Here you can see this. Okay, so from this text box what we need is text. So here you can see this text box design name dot text. Now the text from that text box will be stored into this variable. Okay, in the same way we will do for the remaining, that is string mother name equals txt mother name dot text, and after that I will take the gender, but in gender we cannot write like this. Okay, so we have two radio buttons and I want the value. When I click on the male, I want the male value. When I click on female, I want the female. Okay, so how to do that? For that, let me just take a variable that is gender and equals, just take null. Okay, and after that we take a boolean value that is checked. Condition will be, okay, it's not showing, I don't know why, but let me just write manually, is equals. Okay, in this way you have to write reusable sign, but its value is never used. So I will show you how this will work. So first thing is, suppose that radio button mail dot checked. When this radio button will be checked, then if is checked, okay, so here you can see this boolean, I have taken a bool value, and is checked is equal to radio button mail dot checked. When radio button mail dot checked, then yeah, here we are checking that if the radio button is checked, then what we need to do is, I want that in the gender is equals radio button mail dot text. Okay, and in the else condition, we type gender equals radio button of female dot text. Okay, so when it's the radio button male will be checked, then the gender will be assigned with the text of the radio button male, and if the second one is checked, it means that when second one is checked, then male is unchecked. In that condition, the gender will be assigned with radio button female dot text. These text view which you have written here will be assigned to the gender. Okay, now we have the value of gender into the variable, and after this we need the, here you can see this, after gender we have date of birth, so we need date of birth string DOB equals date time picker DOB dot text. Now we have that into the variable. So let me just see what after the DOB. After DOB we have mobile. So here you can see this, in the database the table is not varchar, it's mobile number is and big end. So what we need to do is we need to convert the string from this text box to integer type. So how to do that? For that, first we need to take the variable of int 64, and after that just type mobile variable name and int 64 in the same way, just write in the same way, and we have to pass. Parse is the method, you'd say utility method used to convert the string into primitive data type. Okay, so we will converting this, and in this method we have to pass txt mobile dot text. So from this txt mobile dot text, from this text box we get a text into the string format, and it will be converted into the integer 64 format, and it will be stored into the variable that is nothing but mobile. And after mobile what we have is we have email ID. So we need to store the email ID into variables. So email ID is string type, so email ID will be stored into the string variable. Okay, so txt email dot text, and for, and after email we have semester, I guess. Yeah, actually we have semester and programming. So semester and semester equals txt semester dot text, and after that we have programming. Okay, so programming dot text. Okay, so let me just scroll this, and after this program we have school name, duration and address. So school name as name equals txt school name dot text. Okay, after that string as name duration equals txt duration. If you're in your system, if this pop-up is not coming up, then try to hit control and spacebar at a time, and this will be shown on your screen. Okay, so after that txt duration, where this is, here you can see this txt duration dot text, and finally string. After duration we have address, so txt address dot text. Okay, so now here we have all the values into the variable. Here you can see this, and after that what we need to do is we need to create a database connection. So for creating a database connection, what we need is SQL connection, create an object of SQL connection equals new SQL connection. So why this is showing a red line here? Because we have not imported a library using system.data.sql client. When you click on this, all these red lines will be removed. Let me just click on this. Here you can see this, now red lines is removed, and here you can see this library is imported automatically. You can do like that, or just you can manually write it here. That's not an issue. Okay, after this, after creating a connection, what we need to do is Okay, so after creating a SQL connection object, we have to pass the connection string. So let me just pass the connection string. Connection string equals, okay, in the same way you have to just follow step by step. So in this you have to write data source all in the small letter, and after that in data source you have to just go to your database, and here you can see this connection object explorer. You have to just copy this server name. Here you can see this. I have just copied this and just move back to your project and paste it here. Here you can see this. The same way you have to do, and here you can see this, it's showing an error. You have to just put one more slash there. Now you can see this, the error is resolved, and after that you have to just put this, and you have to type the database name. So my database name, let me just show you, my database name is college. So let me just copy this and paste it here, equals this one. So which database is that? And after that you have to answer an integrity question, that is security. Security equals true. So make sure that this true will be in the capital letter, and after that just close this. After this, passing the connection string, you have to write SQL command and make an object of that, cmd new SQL command, like this. I've created the object, and in this command you have to pass connection object, that is con. Here you can see this, it's a con, so you have to pass it here. And after that you have to pass command text. In this command text, what you need to do is we want to insert the data from text boxes into the database. So insert into the table name. So table name is new admission. Just copy this. This is showing a red line under this new admission because the the table is already created. If I make any changes in this red line will be removed. Okay, here you can see this. So my table is already created. That's why it's showing error. That's not an issue. Insert into where we want to insert the data. So we want to, okay, this is not copied because I have not pressed the Control C. And let me just paste it here. Here you can see that insert into new admission, and just write don't write this NID because it's auto incremented and it's a primary key. You have to write this first f name comma, like this. Here you can see this. Let me just copy this one. This is nothing but first name of your column. Okay, so column name is here. You can see this f name, m name, after that gender, DOB. So just copy this and paste it here, and after that you have to write values, and in this values, let me just show you, you have to mention the data types. That will be like this. You have to write first what we have is we have name. So variable name is name. So you have to write here name. So it's one more thing which is very important that you should keep in mind, that in the same order. So here you can see this. First we have the f name. So we have to insert f name at first, and after that m name. You have to follow the sequence. Okay. So don't forget this. If you make any changes, if you place this DOB on the place of mobile and mobile on the place of DOB, then it will going to create an error because DOB is of varchar type and it cannot be inserted into this big int type. So make sure that you insert the data into the proper order. Okay. So after this, after the name, what we have is we have why this single and double quotes we are writing, because this is for string. If the number is integer, then you can remove this string, sorry, remove this single quotes. Okay, and if you have a string, then you have to pass like this. Okay, after this name, what we have is m name gender. So let me just type for name and gender plus plus, and within this name, okay, it's automatically showing. And after that you have to type gender. And why this, if you are concerned about this plus, so this plus is actually concatenation with this string. Okay, so after gender we have dob. Here you can see this. From here you can actually see this. Okay, so after gender we have dob and mobile, and so dob is also a string format, so we have to write like this, dob. And after that mobile is in string, not in the string format, it's in the integer format, so we have to just put this double quotes, and within this you have to type mobile. Okay, and after mobile we have email, single single, and within that double, and plus plus two plus, within that two plus you have to write mobile. And after mobile we have to address, we have address. Okay, sorry, after mobile what we have is email. So I have written two times mobile, so let me just remove this and type email. And after mobile we have email, and after that semester program. Okay, semester, and after that we have program, and after program let me check what is there. After program we have s name and duration and address. So s name, duration, and finally we have address. Okay, finally you have to close like this, and you have to put this quotes here. You can see this, just follow this at the last and just count how many data you have inserted. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 11 data is here, so you can just count 1 2 3 4, okay, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. And these names which we have mentioned here is nothing but the variable name. Here you can see this dob, mobile, email, semester. Okay, so now that line is complete, and after that you have to write SQL adapter, SQL adapter. Okay, let me just remove this and write it once again. Sorry, SQL data adapter. Okay, here we have. Now just create the object of this SQL data adapter, that is SQL data adapter DA is equal to SQL data adapter, and in this we have to pass this command, and after that we need to just use this data set ds. In the case if we are getting any data, equals new data set. Either we can do like this or just use execute non query. Okay, so I will show that in some other video, so don't you worry about that. So da dot fill, and in this you have to write this ds, pass the dataset object, and after that we need to close the connection. And when this data is inserted into the database, what we need is we want that the confirmation message, I want a confirmation message that my data is inserted. Okay, so let me just type in message box dot show that data saved, and or let me just write remember the registration ID, and the message box name should be data. I'm just putting the name as data. Okay, and after that the message box button, how many message box button you want that. So message box button, I just need OK, and the message box icon, so I want that hand. Okay, and let me just execute this. It's taking time. Okay, now click on login, and let me just show you what we have actually in the database right now. Select star from new admission. There we go, and just select all and execute. Here we can see this two data we have, NA array is 7 and 8 by default, and I'm going to insert a new data into this. Okay, so I'm going to insert something Kumar, and his mother name is Kumari, and male, and after that his date of birth needs to be something in 1994 Jan 26. Okay, and his mobile number needs to be of 10 digits, so I'm inserting 10 digits, and his email address needs to be kumar@gmail.com, and semester needs to be in the first semester. I'm just taking admission into the first semester, and you want to learn the C programming. C programming is the basic for every language. And after that, XYZ public school, and duration is for 2020 to 2024, and address needs to be India. And when I click on the save, data saved, remember the registration ID. There you can see this. Now it's showing a message that data is saved into the database, and remember the registration ID. Registration ID will be visible here, but currently it's not visible. I will show you how to show that. Okay. Now let me just show you that before I have executed this code, here you can see this only two record is here. Now I'm going to execute this one more, and here you can see this. Now third record is here. Kumar, Kumari, male, and date of birth is 26 Jan 1994. While number is of 10 digits. Kumar@gmail.com. First C programming, XYZ school, and India. Here you can see this. Now we have this recording to the database. Okay. So here you can see this. Now the insertion of data is successful. Now here you can see this one problem is there. After the data insertion, these text boxes are still filled with the data. When I click on this reset, I want this data to be cleaned up. So how to do that? Just close this. Okay. So stop this project. And after that, you have to just double click on this button to generate a click event of this reset button. So I've just double click on this, and each way. Okay, so first thing is what the text box name is txt full name. So I want this text box to clear. So when I write something, it will be clear. Txt address dot clear. The same way you have to clear for the rest. Txt mother dot clear. And after that, radio button email dot checked and set equals false. So you cannot use radio button dot email is dot clear. Okay, so that's only for the text boxes. You have to just make this false for both of the radio buttons, and after that you have to set this txt mobile dot clear. Sorry, this is a method, and txt email address dot clear. After this, txt programming dot clear. Oh, sorry. For the txt programming is a combo box, so for that you have to use reset text. And for txt programming, after you will have semester, So txt semester reset text because it's also a combo box, and after that we have txt school, so dot, that's a text box, so clear, and txt duration, that's also a text box, so reset text. Here we go. And yeah, actually address, I have already cleared the address before, so let's just start it once again. When I click on this, and I write something into this and select this mail, mobile number, something. Suppose I have written this and selected everything and write something. Okay. When I click on this, here you can see this. Now everything is clear. So now this is working. Now we're left with only one step, that is this label is the registration ID is not loading here. Okay. So let me just show you how to do that. For that, we have to generate a load event of this form. So how to generate a load event? So just double click on this to generate a load event, and we have to create the database connection. So for creating a database connection, we just need to copy this line of code. Okay, I will make changes in this, so don't you worry about that. Now here we don't need this insert query, so let me just remove this. Here what we need is, I want that when here you can see this in the database 9 is there, so for the next record the ID needs to be 10. So let me just select, I will show you how to select this. Select max, this is the aggregate function we are going to use, NAID, and here from this new admission. Okay, so when I execute this query, 9 will be selected. Here you can see this 9, only 9. So I need this query to be here. So just paste it here and put it into the double quotes. You can see this. Now in this result set, in this data set, we have the value 9 because the max value is 9. So we cannot assign this 9 to here because at the 9 we already have record. So I want here 10 in this level. So how to do that? For that we have to actually increment the value by 1. If we increment the value by 1, then this our task is already done. Okay, so how to increment the value? Let me just remove this corner close, and after this we have to write, and it's an integer type, so I'm taking this n64 and I'm just taking a variable and just convert dot to, and the value into that data set is in a string format, so converting it into the data string format. Okay, so I have for that just data set dot tables, and in this table we have the 0th table, and from this table which row we want is from rows 0th row and 0th column. So now the data in the data set will be now in the integer format and it's in the ABC. So let me just check the name of this label. So this label name is 13. Here you can see this in good properties, and here you can see this 13. Into this label 13 I want to set the value, which is currently it's 9, but I want it to be 10. So let me just set a label 13, it's 13 actually. Okay, 13 dot text equals, I want that abc dot toString. Now it needs to be string. Okay, so why I have done this conversion when I have to assign this into a string, I will show you. First execute this and let me check that the value 9 is being assigned to that label or not. When I click on this, here you can see this registration number is 9, but 9 is already in the database. So how to make this 10? Just close this and you have to do one stuff, that is what? ABC plus 1. If I increment this by 1, then automatically the value will be 10. Okay, so now when this data will be inserted, the value is 10 is stored into the database. Okay, so you have to put it into the bracket so that first it add, and by the according to the code mass 4 pass method, first bracket is executed. So in the bracket addition is executed, and after that it will be assigned. Okay, so let me just remove this, and when I execute this, and let's see, previously we had 9, but when I click on this, it will show 10 here. Now when you execute when you insert the data, it will be automatically incremented to 11. Why? Because when the 10 is already into the database, it will fetch the value max NAID. That max will be 10 now, and by adding 1, it will be 11. And okay, so I hope you understand how this is working. And let me just set the properties for this. Okay, just go to font. Here you can see this font. Just click on this. I want this to be bold and of size 80, no 40. Okay, 80. Okay, this much big, and my color needs to be red. So for color, just change this to red. So don't worry about this. This level 13 will be not visible. Just start this. And when you click on this login and click on this new admission, here you can see this now 10 is, it's looking nice. Let me just add something value. Okay, our name is Shruti, and it's mail, and mobile number needs to be visit. Okay, hello@gmail.com. I'm inserting data to show you that it turns into 11 or not. Here you can see this duration address is India. Now insert, and it's showing that remember the registration ID. Remember this registration ID because it's going to help in other like fee submission, student details, searching student details, and etc. etc. Okay. So now here you can see this, it's not updated. When you close this and open this again, here you can see this, now it's showing 11, and in the database we have inserted the 10th record. Here you can see this. Okay, I'll look with the email and in the same way. Okay, so that's it for the today's video. In the next video I am going to show you, let me just show what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, sorry, the next video I'm going to show you how to code for this and why this is, how this is working, and how this upgrade is working, how this pop-up is coming on your screen. So that's it for today's video. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe, and also follow my Instagram page. There you can, if you have any issue, then you can share. My Instagram page name is BTechDays without space, BTECHDAYS. You can just go to my about, and there you can see the Instagram page, or you can join me on Facebook group, that is CSE. Group name is CSE. That link is also provided into the about section. Okay, thanks for watching.